what do French people need to hear on this ascension journey? What is the nexus of their blocks or resistance? Resistance is futile. It is not possible to stop this ascension. It's not something you can slow down. It just is. So whatever you do, anybody does, it is always working towards the ascension. There. It's not anymore a resistance to, it's now a resistance with, a resistance of. When it comes to resistance is futile, we said it, but resistance is happening here in France in general, and anyone does contributes to the ascension process, meaning if you try to be in resistance to it, if you feel that something called the ascension is an heresy or ridiculous or delusion, you just unwittingly contribute to the effort that ascension is. You contribute by giving people information about that, and that information reaches deep inside everyone, because the word itself is already powerful, and so you contribute right then and there in that way and many other ways. So our discourse is not so much about please understand ascension is happening. It's more of a please see within yourself that this ascension process is not some grand scheme, idea of a religious nature, not at all. It is something happening within all of you. And that's a beautiful, beautiful thing. It's not a religious thing. Let it be an adventure. Let it be something you discover as you go along. Let it be mysterious, but open yourself up to the idea that nothing is a threat, nothing is dangerous, nothing is good or bad, it just is. So, what does that mean concretely? It means that you can organize your thoughts around this idea. That means don't assume, don't categorize, don't project, don't follow any agenda, and don't think I must or must not do or not do this or that. It's not necessary, it's a natural process. Very natural. Why? Why now? Why here? Why now? Because we are in a new cycle, and you all heard of the Aquarius cycle starting now. It's not a word, it's not a fantasy. It's been foretold for eons. Those are very long cycles, and it's true that Sylvie feels it's very sudden. One moment we're in that huge, humongous cycle, the next we're in this other cycle. Does that really happen this quickly? Yes, it does, instantly. Bing! One day you're in one day you're in another. It's possible. So what do we do with that? What do we do with that? What does that mean? It means opening yourself up to new possibilities, because being a new cycle, things no longer work the old way. It works in a new way, and this new way is unknown to you. And so how can you expect the familiar if it's a new cycle, if this cycle is so new and so sudden that everything changed in a blink of an eye, and now you enter the age of Aquarius? Yeah. And that's beautiful. So don't assume to know yet what it means. Don't fret, don't panic, don't worry. There's no great doom falling upon you or anyone else at all. No, that's not what it's about. It's about a revolution, and Sylvie points out often that the word love is embedded within the word revolution, and that's important. Nothing is a hazard. Okay. And this revolution is a revolution of the heart, of course. The heart that was sclerosis of the heart, meaning shrunk a bit. Stagnating energy was everywhere. A great stagnation, because, my children, you forgot that evolution is not an evolution of physical matter. No, not at all. That's not evolution, not at all. Evolution is evolution of the spirit within, the heart, the mind, a bit, but mostly the heart. The heart's ability to comprehend things in a wholesome way, with great understanding of what it means. And that takes discernment, and Sylvie has learned a great lesson about that, for sure. And that means coordinating information radiating from the heart and sound mind assertiveness. To do that, you need to evolve in a positive way, in a shiny way. And that means understanding what is and what is not appropriate in all circumstances. So this revolution of the heart is not a movement like a cultural or other revolution. It's not a thing that happens outside of yourself. It's only inside that you will find the answer to the true nature of this transformation. So we recommend, my dear ones, to search inside, to search deep inside your true nature, your true call. We all have a call, and find within that voice that calls you. It calls you deeply, from deep within. And when you find that voice, it will be like a celebration. It will be a beautiful thing that you find. Beautiful, beautiful, like Sylvie found. A beautiful spark of light that shines in a very particular way, in a very living way. This is why we call it the living light, because it doesn't behave like a normal light. It's not a normal light. It's God's spark, and that's a very, very special kind of light. Very special. So, my friend, do that searching if you are called to. Just sit once in a while, or every day, even better. At least once in a while, sit when you find a moment of peace, of tranquility, in an environment that's appropriate, that's calm. Sit and simply let things be. And feel like what Sylvie describes as letting all your delicate feathers drop down. And you can feel this now if you just try a little. Feel all your ruffled feathers settle back into place and drop down towards where you're sitting. And look, you are like a great, big, beautiful bird that lands and gathers itself together. And in that moment, the door may open and you may feel or see or hear the voice of the divine within. It's that simple. It's that possible. It is possible. Possible, but not easy for some, for many, for most. Sylvie has done a bit of work. She knows that is the reason, but there are other reasons, and she is still working on that a good bit every day. Every day she tries to become the greatest aspect of what she was meant to be. We give her credit for that. Yes, we do. She didn't know, but we do. We are encouraging all to do as she does, to work on yourself every day in one way or another. There's no one way she works on herself. She works at finding opportunities to work on herself. That's the key. That's the key. Why she did so well is because she took every opportunity to better herself. And that's a grand thing to do. She only realized our appreciation now. She hasn't heard this before, so it's a bit emotional. Yeah. But she scleros herself in ways that are unique to her. We all do. And so she has plenty to work on. So yeah, we all have things to work on. So let that be a transmission to share for others to see that we are all on this path together. It's not an individual journey. It is an individual journey, but it's also a collective journey. That's the thing. The word ascension implies that aspect. It implies that we are all on this journey together. Yes, of course, we are. But also, it's a planetary ascension. That's it. That's what the word really means. Planetary ascension. Everyone. Every being. That means a bunch of things. Ascension is a planetary event happening over a large period of time. Sometimes, most often, sometimes very quick. For Earth, this Earth, there are many versions of Earth, as some of you know, but this version of Earth is a medium fast-ish version of ascension. So you did quite well. Know that. You did quite well. We insist because many of you think this is a big struggle. We're not doing well. Oh my God. But the truth is, it's going very well. Indeed, very well. You do not have to worry. Definitely not. As we said, this process is unavoidable and something unshakable, and it happens now. So that's what we wanted to say more specifically about the ascension process. There are many things we want and care to discuss with you all, but Sylvie is waiting for people to wake up a bit, to understand that she has important messages to share, and she understands now that messages are activated by the presence of others, because it's not a lesson, it's not a teaching, it's a communication, it's a transmission. And that means the information doesn't come as a book, as a bulk pile of stuff to learn. No, it comes as just the right information for the right people at the right time, so that it can be integrated, assimilated. And that's a process that varies from person to person, from time to time, from place to place. And so the audience determines what comes through. This is the channeling process. The essence of that process is what comes through is what's needed here and now. So she's working, So this is a little tip for all of you to find out what she can offer you, what she can bring in, and most likely, if you are here, the information will be for you. So it's up to you, clearly. It's up to you. So we will assist in organizing this endeavor, this beautiful endeavor. Thank you. Thank you so much. So that was my transmission. This was I felt my higher self. Yes. With the assistance of my guides. So here I understood that my higher self makes itself present in a beautiful way. But it's my guides who drive the desire to share something, who choose the information that needs to be shared. So it's a trilogy, what's the word? I don't know. A triad. Higher self, guides, and my own desire, my own particular interest for that time. And that's what comes through. But of course, like they said, if there is someone there listening, if it's a live podcast, for example, or a group session in the physical, then that changes things greatly, because each person needs its own guidance, its own message, its own transmission, and that's what would come through then. That makes sense? So thank you to my guides, thank you to my higher self. I never know if I should thank my higher self, because it's me, a greater part of me. It never hurts to say thank you. Never hurts to say thank you. Thank you, me. Thank you, my greater self. And I hope you work towards this path. I hope you advance on that path. Maybe that's the word. Because the feeling of connection with the higher self is such a beautiful, beautiful feeling. I hope you get to experience it yourself. And everybody can. We are in an era where it's possible. Before it was difficult, that's my guide speaking. Before it was difficult, now it's possible. Easy, maybe not. It depends. But possible for everyone, yes. Yes, definitely. Definitely in this life, possible for every single human being. It's said. There it is. There it is. Loud and clear. Loud and clear. So when I started to hear about integrating your higher self, I thought, wow, this must be like a super difficult thing to do for advanced people on the way, on the path. And lo and behold, the truth is, when you work hard on things, and by hard I mean consistently, your higher self is the one who connects with you. So it's not something you do. It's your higher self who deems it appropriate at a certain time to come down to its little avatar and say, I see you. Well, Nati Kameye, I see you, my child. And that's a beautiful time, beautiful moment to experience. So I hope you get to that point. That's wonderful. If not, other adventures await. I love you.